All right, it is Coach Abernathy back here again. I'm going to go over your day two screencastify video, kind of go over the work for you guys and see if this doesn't help you out. Day two kind of goes along the same lines as day one. You have your Unit 1 Lesson 3 PowerPoint along with the handout notes. Once again, on those handout notes, please, if you're going to type as you go through the PowerPoint to fill those in, make sure that you make a copy and then type on that, or actually print out a physical copy that you can write with pen and paper as you go through the notes. You have your Unit 1 Lesson 3 notes quiz, your Unit 1 Lesson 4 PowerPoint, Lesson 4 handouts. Then the Lesson 4 goes over insurances. So I got a couple of videos here you can watch over understanding health insurance. They're both pretty short. And then you got your Unit 1 Lesson 4 quiz right here. Okay. And then your big project for the day is the health advocacy project. And I want to go over that because this project, it can be sometimes kids will have a little bit of a difficulty coming up with something they want to advocate for. So I'm going to hopefully show you a few examples and help out with that. I will also tell you some of the best projects I have got has been off of this assignment. It can be, if you really use your imagination and buy into it, it can be a great project and you can get a lot from it. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up for you here and explain it. Let's open up this cloud assignment right here. So here's what our objective is. Our objective is to develop, implement, and report on a health advocacy project. That word health there is important. Purpose is ideally the health advocacy project will serve as a springboard for students' participation in future advocacy projects, public service, and or a public health career. What you're going to do is develop this, and then you're going to send this to me through a Google Slides presentation. Okay, so let's go down here. Here's the instructions. You will develop and share a brief PowerPoint presentation for your class describing the following key points. Each of these key points should be a separate slide or section within your PowerPoint. So the first one here is, what health issue are you addressing and why is this issue important? So I'm going to go ahead and go up here to a couple of these projects and I'll show you how this works. So let's just look at this one here. The issue they are addressing within our society is the stress and anxiety in teenagers. Okay, that is the end. That is our issue. That's the issue that this project is going to address. So in this one, the issue this project is going to address is, I had this done by a couple cross-country runners, and it was a great project because our issue is that in Jackson, there's no safe areas for runners or people walking with no crossing traffic besides the park and the track and the junior high, which can be hard to travel to. So pretty much what they're saying is within Jackson city limits, there's not a ton of running areas. There's not a ton of sidewalks or crosswalks. So that is our health issue. You can see I have mine here. I did a kind of a sample one for you. I just put it on a Google Doc, and the health issue that I addressed was the high rates of obesity among teenagers. So really the first thing you need to do to make this project go is figure out what health issue you are addressing and advocating for. Try to pick something out that is important to you, because if it's important to you, you have a tendency to put a little more effort and energy into that project. Down here, I have a link, and this link is an article that I found that goes over the 10 most common health issues that our society is facing. So if you're really stuck on something, you can't think of anything that you want to advocate for or any issue you want to address, you can click on this and this will kind of help you out. So once you figure out what you're advocating for, what your issue is that you're addressing, then you can really follow along this. So it says, how does this issue affect you and your community? How will your project enhance the health of your community? That is your next slide. Then number 3 is, what are you going to do that will address the issue in your community? So that's kind of that's kind of the meat and potatoes of your project there. So you can go back and look at these projects and you can go through how it affects, all right, what to do for the problem. So what they've decided to do was, at the school, they wanted to create a room that was kind of a relax room. So where kids are feeling stressed out, they can go there, and it can kind of be a spot where they can have certain tutors there. They can help the kids out. They can just really help out with any stress and anxiety that they're facing. So really, that's what you're trying to come up with. So for this one here, um, their project topic, and they kind of came up with what they wanted to do. They wanted to talk to city council about making sidewalks wider, putting more street lights, putting more sidewalks in that connect the entire city of Jackson. So that was kind of what they wanted to do. So that is what, when you look at number 3 here, that's the meat and potatoes. What are you going to do to address this in your community? All right, what population is the focal point of your action? So, who is going to benefit the most from this? If you look at mine down here, mine was high rates of obesity among teenagers. My project topic was to enhance healthy eating options by creating a school vegetable garden. This way, we had some fresher vegetables at school that we could serve kids rather than having machines with a bunch of junk in them, this and that. So, but the population was going to be students and the families who have limited access to affordable, healthy food options. That's kind of who we're looking at, like high school kids, kids who maybe can't bring a lot of healthy options to school. So, when it talks up here about what population is the focal point, that's the kind of the age group of people that you are looking to affect. So, what do you feel would be the 2 most challenging things in your project? What's going to be the biggest hurdles that you're going to have to jump over to actually accomplish your goal, or however you want to enhance the community. So, and then number 6 is, how can your classmates, school, or any community members become involved in your project? Who can help you out? Who do you need help from? So that is what you're looking to do within this project. So make sure you list your references that you use, anything that you find. Make sure you list that at the end of your project. So once again, you will put this together on a PowerPoint presentation, and then you will submit that to me, and that will be your work for day 2. All right. If you have any questions, please go ahead and shoot me an email. Hopefully these projects here help you out. Very simple. They did it all just in a slide presentation. Right. You see who they thought the most challenging parts were. All right. How will people become involved? Who's able to help them? School counselors, principals. Then you can look at this one here. All right. Who are they affecting? All right. What are some barriers? Money, obviously. All right. Who's going to build the sidewalks? Who's going to pay for them? They kind of mapped it out where they would like the sidewalks to be. And so it's a pretty good project if you really get into it. So once again, if you have any questions, please feel free to shoot me an email. But this is your day 2 Screencastify video. Thank you. Bye.